Hello, hello, and good morning. Take two. We're going to try again and see if we succeed where we did not succeed yesterday. Okay, so where are we? Today is, I have no idea what day of the week it is. Tuesday? Monday? Hang on. I am so lost. And yes, I'm still, of course, recovering. Hopefully, my voice is not horrible. I know it's not pretty, but it's not horrible. You'll excuse me if I clear my throat every now and then because you know how that goes, right? When you got stuffiness, you got stuffiness. Okay, where are we? I'm trying to find myself. That sounds so funny. I'm trying to find myself. There I am. Okay, and we are live. I know, totally impromptu, out of the blue, but to kind of segue what happened yesterday. So last night I attempted to go live, and yes, we were live for 5 minutes. I would say 5 minutes, and then we lost power. We got hit by a big lightning, and it's funny because I thought clearly you guys could hear it on screen, but you couldn't hear it because apparently we got zapped at the same time. So it was instant off the air. So I was waiting for the router to come back because, of course, when you lose power, you have to wait for the router to reboot. So I'm sitting here waiting for the router to reboot and waiting and waiting. And I'm like, that can't be right. It usually takes just like 3 minutes. Well, long story short, I call Michael because I was like, yeah, this is not rebooting. I don't know what I don't usually have to do anything. So I thought, maybe I'm missing something. So I called him and he worked on it and he said, no, I don't know what's wrong. Well, then we got a message from the provider, the internet provider, saying that they are aware of the outage and they're working on it and yada, yada. Anyway, it came back a few hours, I think like 8:30. It finally came back. So I'm glad I didn't keep you guys waiting because it was like 3 hours before they got it fixed. But yeah, it was a big boom in the backyard. So I knew it had hit close to home. And so that is the story of last night's live where I had attempted to start to go live and then I was not able to because we lost power. And I had started to share with you guys that I wanted to work on this paper right here. It's beautiful. It's from ITD Collections. It is a retired line, so I do not believe that it's available any longer. It is a 12 by 12, 200 GSM single-sided printed paper line, which is good. Sometimes we know we need double-sided, sometimes we need single-sided. And I know for me, sometimes it's a hardship or it's a shame. It breaks my heart when I have to basically use both sides and then the other side it's just wasted, right? So in this case, we don't have to worry about that. And it is called Secrets Old Journal. And of course, it is also written in, I believe, Polish, but I can't read it or pronounce it. Sekrety Starigo Sekrety Starigo I don't know. And then I don't know how you pronounce the DZ. Or maybe Zianika? I'm not sure, but it's beautiful. And I figure we're going to work with this today. So as I mentioned, it is a single-sided. This is the cover, but of course this is not wasted paper. Well, why? Because of course we can use all these strips to do all kinds of fun stuff, whether it's belly bands, pockets, side tucks, top tucks. We can even use them for collaging or masterboards. So we're definitely not going to throw that away. It's printed on 200 GSM as well. Oh, I haven't finished. Hang on. all my little cutouts. So then I'm going to flip through the paper really quick just for you to see. It has a slight sheen. It's not shiny, but it does have like, not an eggshell. Yeah, maybe a slight sheen to it. Beautiful, very neutral papers. And as you can see, the white doesn't really have any sheen. I think it's mostly where the dark areas are that you can see a little tiny bit. So pretty. So it's all these super neutral, coffee, tea-stained, browns, foliage, text, calligraphy, splatters, ink splatters, some botanicals, some vintage labels and typewriters. Great care must be used in sending orders. EUGHIJKLRT, etc. So it actually just kind of goes into never omit postage if you expect a like and no number is used twice. If you have any questions to ask, I mean, just some cool tips there, I guess. And then we've got let's see, this is probably some notes about appointments, bills, and when it was paid, some kind of ledger. Then we've got a beautiful alphabet. Now you could take the time and cut out if you wanted to make tabs or whatnot. And then another Pullman typewriter and a Remington advertisement. Okay, and then you've got like some text and whatnots here in the back. Now, there was an additional page. Excuse me, let me get the full pad and show you, because I've chopped mine up already, of course. But in your original, I mean in your pack, you'll also have this bag page right here. And that bag page are images for you to go ahead and fussy cut. Oops, sorry, that was my knee. To fussy cut and be able to use, but it's got some vintage photo cards and nibs and pulls and all kinds of cool places to place some labels. So I have cut those out. Well, I started to, at least. I haven't cut my nibs out, but I did cut all of these out already. So I'll show you what they look like. So you've got that one, and oops, this one, that one. Really beautiful and easy to cut frames. Then I'll show you the buttons here in a second, but you've got lots of these. Look at that pull. Isn't that neat? Neato. Here's another one. Here's another different pull. This cool black one. It says Hamilton something, but it's like cast iron. It's super cool. And these as well. Okay, so then you also got some buttons here throughout, and the easiest way to do the buttons for me is to use a punch. So I just get a little punch, or if you have maybe some dies, you can use those. Of course, you can freehand cut them as well, but you'll end up with all of the following little buttons to use, which I think are super fun. And then, like I said, we have to cut out all of these nibs as well, which I haven't done yet. But those would be for decorations. So I was kind of debating what substrate to use, because, I mean, there's so many things that this could be used for, right? I could use it for a box. So I thought about making another box. Then I thought, well, I've got this journal right here that I could go ahead and cover, because it is a journal. But that wouldn't even put a dent into all of this paper. So then I thought, what if, let me show you. I cover. Where's my? I guess I could do multiple projects. Oh, I lost it. Where did I lose it? I just had it. Hang on. I thought we could cover this one that we had started, that album in a box, because we had already done one. So I figured that'd be kind of neat, like a journal in a box. We could also do a composition journal. So that could be another idea. And then I had one more, which is a binder. And I thought that one would be pretty neat as well to do, but I can't seem to find it. Oh, the pharmacy's calling me. Oh no. Oh no, no. Where is that binder? This one. I thought we could also do maybe this. So I have lots, and I do not know where I got this from. I do not know who made it. I've had it in my stash forever and ever and ever. I'm sure it's something that's not even made anymore because I've never seen it since. And so, there's so many things that we could do, right? With the gorgeous paper line. So I wasn't really sure. Hey, Andre. Oh, much better. Thank you. Yes, I can breathe. I can talk. It sounds awful. At this point, it's just that whole nasal congestion, but I don't feel poorly. It just sounds bad. But anywho, glad to see you. So I don't know. I'm kind of like at a point where I want to do it all. So, when it gets to that point where you want to do so much that you pretty much immobilize yourself, you're like, I don't know what to do. So I figure we might as well just pick something and do it, because if not, I'm never going to get anything done. I'm thinking maybe we should cover this, although this is kind of like awesome for that, right? A journal in a box. I don't know. Or we could do this one. See, I don't know. Or we could do this, or we could cover a box. Any thoughts, Andre? I know you just came in and I'm asking you, but I need somebody to help me. So I'm going to be using this gorgeous collection right here. It's called Secrets Old Journal, and I don't know what to put it on. So we just need to pick something and do it. I think maybe this one, because I've had this forever and ever and ever. And I'm just like, never going to use it. I don't know what to do with it. So what if we use this? Or if we use the box. Okay. Oh, wait, here's the other box I thought of using. I was going to, if you mean the album in a box, but I was thinking this box here. One of these. Let me open it. I don't know if you've seen me do one of these before. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can ask Michael for a favor. Michael, can you do me a favor? Can you get me that up there? That box up there? Yes, please. These right here. Have you seen these before? I love making these. They're fantastic. Here's an example of one that is already done. Okay. So we could make like a little secretary or desk organizer. And then that way, it would be like a stationary old journal kind of thing. What do you think about the box? This kind of box. And then we can put our pens and our pencils and all of our good stuff in there. These are so awesome to make. OMG, yes. Okay, cool. Let's do that then. I'm glad we agree. All right, let's do that. So for that, The first thing is, of course, our base. Now, this comes with the following pieces, and we have them in stock. I think they're in the online store, so if you're interested, you can always check them out. And there's many different configurations that you can do this. So you can do the one that I did. I have the one where it's a, hang on, let me get it. This one right here. Here is another version of that, but this one's got the big drawer. Okay, so you can do all kinds of configurations with it. They're just kind of big to show on screen, but I also have this one right here. Here's another different configuration of it. See? And this one is more, with a big compartment here at the top. So you could put, full journals and all that good stuff. And then your cards and tags and ATCs or whatever, or pens, markers, whatever you want to put in there. So you can configure them in many different ways, is the point. So, sure, just let me know. So we could go this way. We just saw this configuration there. We could go this way. Okay. We could, are all the boxes the same? No. Well, I mean, the kit itself is the same, but no, the boxes, the width and these three are the same, but not the height. So the height will vary. So then you saw the other configuration with the drawer here. And let's see, how did I do that one? I did this with that one. Okay. And then it's kind of hard to keep them in there. And then the other configuration I did was very similar to this, but I added a divider here. See, I did it like that. I added a divider on the inside, and I just used my graphic 45 chipboard. So I don't know, what configuration should we make? I mean, oh, and by the way, if you get 2 kits, you can even do more configurations, but I don't want to go as far as that. I think that we should do, I don't know. What do you think? Should we do this one? Which one should we do, Andre? I'll let you pick. Do you think that we should do this configuration? Or do you think that we should do this configuration? Uh-oh. Which one? The one with the drawer? And we don't even have to separate this one. We can leave this as a big drawer if we want. Just, something to put stuff in there. Number 1 pick. So it was this one. Let me know, yay or nay, and we can get started. While I drink some tea. Yes, okay, perfect. Then we are ready to start because Andre says we're ready. Here we go. Okay, now the first thing I would need to do, by the way, would be to paint my boxes. So if you notice, I mean, you don't have to, but if you notice, the edges here are painted, right? It's been painted black. So you don't have to paint the whole thing, but you would have to paint your edges. Well, I'm not going to do that now because that's kind of, I don't think you guys are going to want to watch me paint those. What we're going to do is we're going to cut our paper. And again, this is where single-sided paper comes in wonderfully because of the fact that I'm not having to waste a double-sided side, plus, or the B side, plus the fact that this, like I said, it's not necessarily shiny, but it's also not 100% like super porous is great because it's going to save me time when it comes to sealing it. I do want to seal this when I'm done so that it can take years of abuse, right? We're going to be putting pencils and scissors and all kinds of stuff in there. And maybe even if we need to wipe it down, we can. So I'm going to seal it in the end. All right, now to do that, we have to figure out whether we want it to go top, left to right or right to left to right. So do we like it like this? I think so. Hi, Abril. How are ya? And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be marking. Now, I am going to be using a pencil to kind of help me gauge where it's not necessary to add paper, okay? So, for example, here, see this tall piece right here? There's no sense in me adding paper all the way down here when I'm going to glue this right in here, and then that paper would be wasted. So I can put an X right there. I can put an X right here because that's going to be in the back, right? Back here. This one, yes. This one, yes, up to that line. Same thing here. We're going to mark this one does not need paper. I'm not going to waste my paper. This does not need paper. This needs paper up to here, not down here. So I'm just kind of going through to make sure that I know where pretty much I need to add paper. So no paper here, no paper here, none here, and none here. Okay, we're doing good so far. Now in this piece, once again, do I need to cover the entire box? No, I really don't. Why? Well, I mean this side, because all of that's going to be underneath. So I can roughly kind of mark with my pencil. You see, I'll show you what I mean. I've gone like this all the way around. And now I can see, I can take these out because they're all marked already. I can see that really I could probably just, I could do this whole cut, but that's kind of way too much work. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to probably about here. And then I don't need to put paper here. Yes, I will waste this little piece right here, but that's okay. On the sides, once again, I'm going to mark my height. And know that the bottoms, I do not need to worry about, okay? So I need a piece here, a piece here. This one we already talked about, and this. Then, of course, on the inside, let me put these back together again. Just because I'm a visual person, I like to see what it is that I am working with, right? This is definitely going to need paper. This is going to need paper. This is going to need paper. So is that. And then the bottom, well, that's optional. And the odds are, yes, I am going to do it. Okay. And then, of course, I can paint the inside. As I mentioned, do I have to prep these or paint them or do anything? No. There is white on here. So really, we could go with that. The other thing we could do is not paint them at all and then just ink them up, right? Distress them. So we could do that. Okay, so I think we are ready to get started. It was just a matter of, now that we know what we're working with, it's a matter of what papers do we want to choose for where, right? So we know this is our front. We probably want something kind of nice there and kind of nice here, something that works well. And I know this is a hard project to show on camera, guys, because it's big. It's just big. So let's do it this way. What do we want for the background? We could do something like that. And again, I'm just getting ideas. Right? And then this would go here. This would go here. This would go here. So we would see that much of it. See? So basically, we know that for this piece right here, we need something that's going to have something nice on the top right-hand side. So this could work. This could work. This, not really. See, this would be a waist in this section right here. For me, it would be a waist because, oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it is a very beautiful collection. See, I'm covering all the text, and now what do I see? Not much of anything. So again, I'm looking for something that's got a really nice focal point here on the top. Ooh, this is pretty too. Well, this one's gorgeous as well. Look at that. I love that whole like water stain thing going on there. See? So we could see the text, the leaves, and some water stains. I like that. So that's a really good contender. Let's leave that off to the side. Ooh. Oh, I love that. Oh, you see the problem with beautiful paper? You're like, I like it all. That's really pretty too, isn't it? Really pretty. But look at this. I mean, we are doing a writing desk, right? Kind of thing. So would it be nice to have some pens and text up there? That's kind of cool. See, we need to make more than one box because there's plenty of paper. Look at this one with a clock up there. Oh, but I'd be losing that photographs, wouldn't I? I think so. But that's also, no, would I? You know what? I really like that. If that works, that might be the winner. Oh, but then there's this one with the typewriter too. All right, forget it. Just go, Maddie. Go, go, go. All right, let's go. First of all, I'm going to trim this up. Now, you guys are all going to excuse me because I'm going to use this trimmer. I am not proficient at it at all. You guys know that I am a total guillotine person, and that's my go-to. That's my baby. But it's really hard to get it on screen. So I am trying so hard to become accustomed to using a paper trimmer, like a desktop one. And wish me luck, everyone. That's all I'm going to say. Everything has a learning curve, right? So there's that piece. Now, for you girls out there and guys, which do you prefer? Do you prefer a guillotine or do you prefer a trimmer? Or are you just used to one more than the other? Because I love my guillotine. I do. I think it's amazing. But I know this is more compact and it does fit on camera so you guys can see it. So I figure, okay, all right, Maddie. We have to be flexible and be willing to learn new tricks, right? All right. I am definitely, it will take time. But I'm getting there, you know, I'm not, I don't hate it. How's that? All right, so we're definitely not going to have the photographs in there, see? And that's why I kind of wanted to trim it. I mean, don't get me wrong. We still have some of it, but not the whole thing as I had planned. Unless I could move this over, and then I'll have part of the clock. That's still cool. How will that look? Let's get an idea. Will we be able to even see it? No, I'd have to hike it up some. If I move this up, like so. And then this will go here. This will go here. Okay. And then, yes, we can see this now. It'll be something like so. I can still see the clock in the text. Some of it, not a whole lot. I think that's kind of cool. I like it. I like it. Can I move down a little bit more? Let's see. We have the line here, so I know exactly. There you go. Go get it out, Gabrielle, right now. No excuses. You know, that's part of the problem. I think we all kind of go, oh, I'll do it. I will, but we don't, and we should. Okay, I think that that's going to be good. You know, it's not going to be perfect, but I think that's part of the charm too. You don't want it to be like perfect placement either. You want it to be kind of like it just happened to be there. How's that? All right, I'm going to start with the width. And whenever I'm working on stuff like this, you guys will notice that I just write on the boxes themselves instead of having a bunch of stickies. It's just easier to organize things. Okay, 9.5 will give us a little bit of an edge, which is fine. Again, it depends how much of an edge you would like, right? If you want a 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, I mean, that would be totally at your discretion. I think 9.5 wide is going to be great. So I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to move it up and down and decide where I want it. Let's see if I can get some in here. Excuse me. And then, do I want it flushed? You know what? Yeah. Because I like that little grunt right there. Oh, by the way, please don't let me forget that I need to do a giveaway while I'm here today. I have a giveaway for you guys. And you know me, I get busy, I get talking, and then I forget. So we're going to come to 9.5. I thought about just crafting without talking because I thought, oh my God, my voice sounds so bad. So I hope it's not, and that's not too bad of a waste, see? And we're not going to waste that, by the way. Okay, we'll look at it again. That's perfect. See, it's giving me a little bit of an edge there. Once again, I'm going to find, oh, you know, it'd be kind of cool too. No, never mind. Stop it, Maddie. I'm going to start complicating things. You know that, right? If I trim, yeah, I'll come right up to about there. And again, this is just having fun because sometimes we make our lives so difficult, guys, by overthinking things. If you start to overthink and keep overthinking, you're never going to finish. So I say we just go for it and then worry about it later. How's that? All right, let's get our height. It's 6.5, so I'm going to go with 6 1/4. Okay, so I'll write it down. Oh, height, tall. So don't forget 6 1/4. 6 1/4. 6 and a. Oh, well, look at that. 6. If that's 6.5, there's little lines right here, but man, that's hard to see. Oh, I think that's 6 1/4 right here. I think. We're about to find out. If it's not, we'll cut another piece. It was. Was it? Yes, it was. Okay. So we've got our front piece. Once again, oh, and duh, you know what? We didn't need 6 1/4. Remember, we could have cut up to here. And I could still do that. And can we see photographs? Yes, we can. So this will look like that, and like that. Cool. You know, I wonder what would happen if we reversed it. I'm just curious. Oh, that looks good too. But I like all the grunginess on that side. Don't you guys like that better? I do, and the text. All right, there we go. I am going to cut this. Why am I going to cut it? Because I can save a piece of this right here. So when you're doing yours, don't forget that if you want to, you can save yourself an inch right here. This was 6 1/4. Let's go down to 5 1/2. How's that? Yes, I'm going to use that later on. It's too perfect. Okay. All right, we have our first piece. Now we know the back is pretty much the same thing, except the back is a full piece, except for that down there, right? So no doubt about it. Let's work though first, before I move to the back, on the boxes, because again, my focal point is the front. This is my focal right here. This is my main idea. Anything past that, I can use scraps, I can use whatever, right? So what do we want here in the front? Decisions again. We could use that. We could use, oh, look at the birdie. I love the bird. We could do that. I like that bird. But then again, I like the typewriters too. All right, we've got that as a choice. Dark, no. We do have some calligraphy sets. We could even use it on one of the smaller ones. We've got text. We've got an inkwell too. Oh, and let's not forget, we've got all those really cool, look. You know, we've got all these super cool frames and poles and we could use. Look. Wait, where's the front? Let's find the front. Okay, this is the front. This is the front. And this is the front. Okay. So here we know we only have this much. So see, something like this would not work because half of it would be inside of the lip unless we move them back. Decisions. That could work. Not that one. That one. That could work. Oh, is this skinny enough? Oh, no, it isn't. Just almost. I really like that idea. Oh, my voice just went. Oh, which was the narrowest one? Nope. Nope, I think that was the narrowest. Oh, I love this one. Look at that one. Ah, okay. That has me thinking. Because I really love the idea of putting different hardware, you know, or just different. Hang on. I might have to change it up. Sorry. I might have to change it up. You know, when the muse strikes, folks. What can I tell you? I just might have to change it up. Don't hate me. That gives me the full panel. And if I have the full panel, then pretty much all of them will fit. Where was the one that was going to fit here? Okay, that's kind of cool though, seriously. Do you see what my brain's thinking? if we have the full panel, right, then we can actually incorporate all of these on here. And that's just really cool. That's just really, really, really cool. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Like you can see where I'm going. It just looks like, look, I'm going to try and flip it. But if I do it this way, not that, we can incorporate all the hardware like this. And so it looks like each of the drawers has something, which is so cool. Where's my tallest? Oh my gosh, look at this grungy, delicious one. Oh, maybe we can even put 2 in one. Why not? Why not? Why not? You know? That's kind of cool. That is pretty cool. And then we can create rivets to go around the sides. So it looks very, what's the word? Not industrial. What's the word I'm looking for? Industrial? Yeah, maybe. I think so, guys. I think I'm going to do that. Yep. Oh, well. Change of plans. Here we go. Take 2. Starting over. But this time for real. Not changing my mind after this. That's it. I promise. I promise. Okay, Sandra. Okay. We're going to do this. And that's okay. Nothing that is here is going to go to waste. We can totally repurpose all of this. So I am not worried. Now, most of it is going to get covered. So I don't really care what the front looks like. I really don't. So the plainer, the better. There really isn't a plain, ugly page, is there? Which one's the plainest Jane? None. I guess we could go with this one, right? Dark. Why not? Why not? Okay. Here we go. Change plans. Let's do our boxes first. We need a 3 wide by 5. Okay, that's box number 1. Front paper. Box number 2. Same thing. We know it's 3 wide by 3.5 tall. So if you're doing yours, go ahead and use these measurements instead. Let's start all over again. And then we're going to do 3 by 1 1/4. I'm sorry, 1 3/4. Sorry, 1 3/4. Yes. Okay. So those are the 4 panels that I'm going to need first. I'm not really interested. Don't really matter because we're pretty much going to just take something and, put it in front of it anyway. So we're only going to see very small amounts of it. So at this point in time, it doesn't even matter what I use. I'm looking for the plainest thing that I can find. This is probably the plainest right here. So let's cut those pieces first. And then when we start decorating, it'll be a totally different. Okay. And then that's it. It cuts like butter too, the paper. It's really nice. It's not so thick that it's hard to cut. It's not so thin that it snags. Sometimes papers will snag, and that drives me crazy. All right, the highest point we have is 5 inches. So if we go at 5, again, I'm just looking at my measurements. My highest point is 5. If I go at 5, what happens? It puts me where? It puts me right there. That's fine. I don't mind. That's a good place to be. So I'm going to cut the highest point first. And so I know for a fact that this is going to be, or should be, tall enough for here. And it is. And so now all I have to do is worry about cutting my 3 widths, and then I'll cut the correct heights. So 3 wide. They're all 3 wide. Why did I remove that? I don't know. 3 wide. Aren't you proud of me, guys? I'm actually using my my trimmer, like, for real. Like a big girl. Okay. So one of these is the perfect period. Width and height, right? I could probably trim a smidge. Now, do I want to just focus on keeping it clear? Probably so. So I'm going to grab instead one of these. I'm going to trim it just a bit, just like a hair, just so it's more comfortable. There. Okay. So we've got, no, I think I still need to trim just a little bit more. So it might not be 5. It might be a little shorter than 5. I'm going to trim it again. Oh, and you know why? Because the box that's, it depends on which side I use. Yeah. But it won't matter. It's all good. All right. So there's first one. Then let's do the, I hope you guys can see that. I'm trying to keep everything in screen, but it's big. The next 3, we're going to cut at 3.5. 3.5. Okay, that's going to give me that panel. And again, let me check the height in case I need to trim just a smidge. Yep. Okay. And then the last one was 3.25, and that we can, oh, you know what? Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no, almost. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, that's all right. 1 3/4. And that'll create that. Okay. For real now. We're on a roll. All right. We've got our 3 fronts. Okay. Now we're going to worry about our sides. I'm going to put those in there. I know those belong there. And now I need to worry about this side right here. This side right here is, did you name me? Okay. I need a ruler, which is now gone. Did anybody see the ruler? There it is. Where were we here? This side right here is a sliver. Wow, it's like 1 inch. Do we not have anything left over from the left? Oh, actually, probably from here. Yeah. We can cut from there 1 inch. Again, let's not waste. Let's not waste. Ow, my nails. And these are my real nails. I don't want to break those. That would hurt. All right, there's our inch for that side. Done. Then we need the exact same thing for the back side. And again, we can just keep on cutting from where we're cutting. Nothing goes to waste. There's the back side of it. Okay, so now we've got all the pieces for this box, and we can glue them on if we wanted to. So we've got 1, 2, 3. This one we have 1. We need 2. this one is 1.5 inches. So we know it's 3 wide by 1.5 inches. Okay. So let's cut that piece next. Do I have 1.5 inches? Yes, I do. There it is. Don't need to cut. And then the back piece is a pretty much almost a full piece. Not fully a full piece, but almost. Which is what? 2.5. We need a 2.5, guys. Two and a half. So let's cut 3 inches wide. And then let's cut 2.5. Oh, is it enough? Oh, is it enough? Oh, actually, I'm not even going to trim it because whatever is extra just gets tucked underneath. Okay, there you go. 3 pieces. Get that one done. We've got the front for this one. We need this side. This side is 4 inches. So we need 4 inches. We know it's 3 inches wide. Don't want to cut that. We'll cut from this side. How's that? I think we're going to finish, man, just about everything with 1 12 by 12. No, not really, but pretty close. 3 inches wide by 4 inches tall. All right, that's that side. Awesome, awesome. Then what else do we need, guys? We've got the front. We've got this side. We need another one, same size for that side. So 3 again, 3 inches by 4. 3 by, I like the grungy part though. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, that'll give me the back. And what else do we need? We need 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. We need one more piece right here. And this will do. I'm not even going to cut it. I'm not going to measure it. It's perfect. Right in there. Okay. We've got our boxes done. We now need to do the bottom. For the bottom, once again, I'm going to push all of mine in. And I'm going to just mark this way. Now, this is no, this is yes, right? But obviously, I'm going to give it a little extra because I don't want it to be too perfect and then have a gap. So we can go with 4 inches. So it'll be 4 inches by our width is 9 3/4. We can always trim. We'll do that and see how that fares. So we need a 4 by 9 3/4. Well, we already had one, but I don't want to cover my photograph. I want to use it someplace else. You know, we pretty much already have it. So if you already cut yours, you could just use that. No. Oh, well, no, actually that could work. But again, we're covering our typewriter, which is a shame. They might as well find something more neutral, don't you think? Let's see. What do we still have? We have a whole lot. We have tons. We have everything. We haven't even put a dent into it. Text would be cool. This is kind of nice with that, but that's kind of, is that too dark for the bottom? What do you guys think? There's this one too. What do you think? That. this would be nice too. That, or we could go dark. It would be basically this. What do you think? Too dark? Hi, princess. I don't know. I don't know. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Okay. So we said 4 by 9 3/4. Okay. Stuff off because it annoys me. Okie dokes. What are we doing, everyone? Still with me, I hope. Okay, where were we? We are going to be cutting 4 inches. So I'm going to do 4 inches this way. And again, I'm going to measure again, just in case. I want to make sure I gave it a little extra because we want that lip to go under here. And it will, yes. Okay. I mean, again, if we miscut, it's not a big deal. We'll use it someplace else. But we've got our 4 inches. Yep, see the line? We're going past it. And then I like this side, 9 3/4. And I like this one. This was from Dress My Craft, you know. I kind of went back and forth. Obviously, we carry tons, every brand that there is out there. And believe me, I kind of went back and forth. And I was like, oh, which brand should I get? Which brand? But for the price point, this one was pretty good. And I'm not unhappy. Okay, that's kind of tight. So I'm going to shave some more. So it's a good alternative. But there are many good ones out there, of course. There are tons of choices. I just happened to buy this one. Thanks, right? I'm gonna get used to it. I'm sure there'll be plenty of blunders, but so far, and it's not, it wasn't I thought it was gonna be a bigger learning curve. It hasn't been. So thank goodness for that. Okay, so we've got our bottom, we've got our boxes all the way around. We need to create some beautiful papers for the outside now. So those are going to be the skinny, tiny strips. Now, again, I don't need the back at all, right? Because we won't see it. I do need this side up to here. So I need 2 of those and 1 of those. So let's remove these for a second. Hey, Kim, we are going to need a 3.5. Okay, so you know what? It's probably easier if I write it on the outside. No, I need to write it on the inside. 3.5. Okay, I need 2 of those. And then here, we know we need, and be careful, the inside measurement is going to be different than your outside measurement, okay? So for the inside, we are going to need, let's go with 9.5. I think that's 9.5. Okay, because it's on the inside. Now on the outside, just to kind of show you, we'll do this in a bit, but here, look, it's 9 3/4. See? So you've got to be careful. Don't just kind of take for granted and assume I did that inside, so the outside's going to be the same. It won't be. Now, what's the width? What do we need, guys? We need 1 inch. Actually, we need 7/8 of an inch. Okay, 7/8 will do. So now we've got plenty of strips, right? Look at, remember when I told you earlier I was going to save that? I bet you that's going to come in handy. Look at that. It's a little short for the outside, but it'll probably be perfect for the inside. It sure is. There's our inside. Too cool. And then we're going to use scraps to do the sides. Oh my God, that is so pretty though. Look at that. I might have to save that for the outside. Yeah, it's too pretty. What did I say? 7/8, right? Oh, here, now we're going to test Maddie for real. Oh, can I do this with this instead of a guillotine? Wait. If this is 1 inch, oh, guys. All right. What are the odds of me keeping this straight? None? No, that can't be right. What am I doing? That's not even right. Why isn't anybody stopping me? I almost miscut. Stop me when you see me doing something crazy, guys. You know what? Okay. Wish me luck. I never cut a tiny little piece with a trimmer before. No. Okay. Help. So what do I do? Can you cut a little piece? I guess like that and pray to God. Here we go. You do it, say a prayer, and go. Yeah, there we go. And it's straight. I'm so proud of me. Are you guys proud of me? I'm proud of me. All right, we've got our 2 there. Let's do the 2 on the inside. This will do. Again, just using scraps. I think we've only used 2 12 by 12 so far, guys. That's nuts. And there you go. All right, what else do we need to do here? Just that. Now the outside, we need to do all 4 sides. We've already got 1, right? This one, the front. So now I need 2 for the sides and 2 for the back. And wow, like we're flying now. Okay, now I could, the orientation of the text would be wrong, but does anybody really care? Probably not, right? But let's just cut some strips. Let's do it the right way. We've got, so far, these. I don't want to touch that yet. I think I know where I'm going to put that. I missed a chance to do something. Never mind. It's okay. It's funny how things come to you after the fact. What shall we do for the sides, guys? What shall we do for the sides? Oh, this is long enough. But not for the back. Okay. Oh, you know what? We also have all these strips that we could use, technically. But I want to save those. I want to make them into something else. So let's pick a different paper. Which one shall we pick? What do you guys think? I love that bird. This one? This one. Let's use this one. I was laughing because I was reading Kim's comment. the other day, and the fact that she said that she heard me, that I had a tickle in my throat. And that's funny how you picked that up and I didn't even pick it up, Kim. I thought that was pretty smart. Oh my goodness. You know, it's so funny how sometimes I complain about the summer in Florida. And I will tell you that I've been so grateful for Florida heat. It's amazing what you take for granted, right? Like during the summer here, obviously it gets really, really hot, right? Well, that's subjective. Now I know that. I was sitting here thinking yesterday or the day before I went out and it was like 83 degrees. And normally, old Maddie would have said, oh my gosh, it's so hot out. Why? You know, that would have been the old Maddie. The new Maddie just keeps thinking, that's a 20-degree difference between Florida and Vegas. They're 20 degrees hotter than I am. And then all of a sudden, that just kind of makes you realize and appreciate what you have so much more. Because, you know, I thought I knew heat. No. Maddie does not know heat. I had no idea of how hot things could really get in other places. I admire folks that can live in those temperatures, honestly. I don't know how you do it. So I will never say that Florida is an inferno in the summer ever again. So you see, sometimes you need to have those experiences in order to be able to appreciate what you have, right? And vice versa. I'm sure if somebody from Vegas came to Florida and they felt the humidity, they might be like, oh my God, how do you deal with the humidity? And then they would appreciate their temperature more because that's what they're used to. But yes, that heat was staggering. Like you couldn't take, you know, I couldn't take, I should say, more than a few steps. Sorry, guys. Okay, now we're going to be cutting, what did I say? 6 and 3. Oh, no. Wait, why am I cutting first? This one? Let's cut this one first, just so we can get the longest piece. 9 3/4, okay? So 9 3/4-ish. I'm going to go a little less than that, just so that I can leave a bit of white on either side. Okay, so there's that one. And then let's do the two sides. And the two sides are going to be 6 3/4-ish. Again, I'm going to take some off, just a smidge, so that I can have that border. 6 3/4 and 6 3/4. Again, because we need one for each side. Okay, that concludes the bottom. So all of this is now done. All of the boxes are done. What else do we need, folks? We've got all of that done. Now we have this one right here to contend with, right? So now we have to decide, what do we want to do? Do we want to do a drawer? By the way, the video for the drawer, the full step-by-step class tutorial is available in the Academy. Okay, so if you're a member of the Academy, you can access that at any time. It actually shows, I think, both ways of doing it, including the making of the functional sliding drawer. And if you're not a member, of course, you can join for $10 a month and you have access to all the classes. But with this one, we can leave it open if we want, like this one right here. Or we can create dividers like we had done here as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? See, that's what I mean. Abril's like, nope, I like my dry heat. I'm the complete opposite. But again, I think it's all about acclimation, right? Once you get used to it, it's what you know. Your body, it's used to it. Okay, so do we create a divider or do we leave it as one big drawer like that? I personally like this, but what if you have something bigger that you want to slide in there, right? What do you think? What do you think? Do we leave it open or do we close it? Now, how does that affect us? Well, we still need to do the sides. That's not going to change anything here. And we still need to do the bottom. So let's measure those out while you guys tell me what you think. Divider or no divider? Okay, so we're going to do 6.5. So 6.5 wide by, leave this one open. Okay. By 3.25. Yep. By 3.25. Okay, so we need 2 of those. Okay. So let's put in here in brackets times 2. Oh, sorry, that's kind of blurry. So we know we need 2 of those because we're going to need left and right. That's the same. We don't need anything up here at all because we're going to glue down, excuse me, our boxes. We do need this piece right here. This is 9.5. And we'll trim a little bit wide by, and we already know it was 3.25, right? Yes. 3.25. Okay. We need 1 of those. And then we need the bottom panel. Again, that's optional, but I think it finishes it off. So, you know, if you look at this one, not that, I mean, once you're putting on your desk or on your table, I mean, who's going to come and pick this up and flip it over? They probably won't. But if we've got the paper, which we do, we might as well make it look pretty, right? Might as well do the whole thing. So let's do the whole thing. I think this could be, this is like not fully adhered. Hang on. Oh, I went away for 2. How many weeks have I been away, guys? 2 weeks now? 3 weeks? And I didn't cap my glue. It feels like forever. Has it been that long? 2 weeks? I don't remember. I don't even know. Oh, you know, I am going to have to come back later. I just remembered I have a meeting. It's a virtual meeting, though, so it's okay. Wait a minute. I just remembered something. I swear Bernard had a doctor's appointment today. I better check with him. He probably forgot. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that little piece of paper was not glued all the way. So let's make this the, doesn't matter. We shall do this one. 9.5 by 6.5. Okay. Those are the last pieces we need to cut, and we're done. We can start adhering. See? We did it. And I will probably come back this afternoon and finish it off, whatever we don't finish. So that's No problemo. Now, what do we want to use for? Oh, and I guess we should probably do the inside, huh? Since we're not going to do... Yeah, we should probably paper the inside. All right, let's work on the outside first. This is going to be one big open box. I think it might as well just all be wallpapered. How's that? Got plenty of choices. Still have leftovers too. Look. All right. Let's see. For the bottom, doesn't matter. For the sides, it would be nice if they were nice. Ooh, I think we can fit that typewriter on there, guys. I think we can. So I think we should. What do you think? So 6.5 by 3.25. Let's start with the... let's start with the 6.5. Oh, not that. 6.5, right? Right? All right. And then I think we can get the typewriter on there. Let's try it. It would be 3.25. So let's start with the bottom. Hi, hon. Madison says hi. Three and a quarter would be here. Yep, it's going to fit like a glove. Look at that. All right, there we go. We've got one of our sides. We have, oh, this is not going to be wide enough. So close. We could have used that on the other side. Well, that's okay. We have plenty. Oh. Ooh, yes. Photographs on the back. 3.25. 3.25. There's our back. Yes, so pretty. Get it in there. Oh, get in there. We need one more for this side. It needs to be... We could use this for the inside, though, right? Madison's agreeing. Oh, do you guys hear her? That's so funny. I've got another project that I want. Oh, this is so cool. What if we did this for the inside? Wouldn't that be neat?
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny. Oh, that is so pretty, but I almost want to use those letters for something else. Yeah, I'm going to save that. I think I have a plan. I have something else in mind for that. Where were we? What was I cutting? Now my brain went somewhere else. We did this. We need one more like this, right? Yes, one more like that. Gesundheit. I'm looking through the leftovers to see, not leftovers, but you know, everything we've cut up so far. I don't want another typewriter, but I could use text. Yeah, right? We could use text. So let's cut at 3.25, which is our height. And then let's cut at 6.5, which is our width, and see what it gives. Cool. Yeah, there you go. Now we're going to have text on this side, see? Okay, or vice versa, whichever one. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We need this solid piece for the bottom, but I'm not worried about the bottom. I'm going to leave that for last because it doesn't even matter what we put on the bottom. Not really. But the inside I care about. Oh, here's another. It looks like when they did these, the machine did not glue all the way to the edge. That's the first one I've had ever like that, but goes to show you, machines make mistakes. Not perfect either. That's why we shouldn't stress when we're crafting. Okay, what do we do on the inside? Does it matter? Does it matter? I don't know. Tell me. What do you think? We could just paint it, but I think it needs to be wallpapered. What do you think? Let's paper it. Let's go with 9. Now again, see, the inside is going to be different than the outside because you've got the inside lips. So 9 1/4 is what we're looking for as far as width. Where's that pencil? 9 1/4 by our depth is going to be 6 1/4. So the measurements are slightly different than the ones on top. See? 9 1/4 versus 9 1/2. 6 1/4 versus 6 1/2. So we're off by 1/4 of an inch. 9 1/2, right? 9 1/2. 9 1/2. That should slide in there. Yep. It's pretty tight though. You could probably shave a little sliver, like a tiny, tiny, tiny sliver. All right, there we go. Perfect. And now I just need the height, which is 6 1/4. Oh, somebody remind me where the quarter was here. I should probably, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the measurements are right. See the little lines? See that? I should probably darken those. Hang on, let me get a permanent marker. So this would be 6 1/4, right? I think. We'll find out soon enough. Well, were we this way, right? So now we're doing 6 1/4. Everybody cross your fingers. Say that's 6 1/4. Let's measure it. Make sure it's 6 1/4. Yeah, it was. Huh? How is everybody's date today? Madison wants to know. Shall we do the top? Probably. It makes sense, right? All right, so let's cut another piece identical to that. I like this. You know what? There's not a lot of waste. It's minimal waste. And I love that. I hate having a whole bunch of scraps later on and then you're like, oh God, like I needed more scraps. This is minimal waste. No, I took it completely off. Good job, Maddie. All because I had to go playing with it. There.
Oh, this is a lot better.
Yes. What did you say?
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. We so appreciate all of you guys for your prayers, for your get well wishes, for your patience. Because I haven't even been able to really look at electronics, which is why I'm crafting. I'm not really reading. I'm not really looking up. For some reason, and I'm sure it's got, to do with the blue light, I've been getting headaches whenever I'm looking at the computer. So I've been trying to stay off electronics, which is hard. You know, I mean, it's what I need to be on, but I just can't handle it right now. So where were we? This was my, yes. So now I need 9 1/4. It's kind of problematic, but again, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give myself headaches and make myself worse because I want to keep pushing to look at electronics, right? So I didn't. I've been a good girl. All right, we need 2 of the sides. And now I've lost my ruler again. Oh, we know we're going to be a little off from here. So the 3 1/4 might still stand. Nope, it will not. It's 3 inches. And then, man, it's too bad we can't get 2 out of this. Can we? Can we? No. No, we're just short. Is it 6 1/4? Or am I just making up measurements now, guys? 6 1/4 is fine. 6 1/4 will give me the inside. And then my height was 3 1/4-ish. 3 1/4. Almost. Okay, so that'll give me that inside panel, right? Right. It's kind of tight though, guys. I would love to know what everybody has been up to. I feel like it's been like centuries since we've spoken, guys. It feels like months and months and months. Is it just me?
Is it?
Could be just me. I don't know. It just feels like forever. Okay. And we need 1 more. And we're ready to put it together. Not bad, huh? Especially since we changed our mind halfway through. And by we, I mean me. You like how I roped you guys into that one? We change our minds. Hey, I figure you guys might as well. Who's making Christmas cards?
Andre.
Wait till you see the Christmas stuff that's coming up, Andre. Trust me, I've been like dying to do some Christmas stuff. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did get some of my Christmas fix in the classes and workshops that I took. But wait till you see the new paper lines. They're going to be gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
3 1/4. Somebody remind me. 3 1/4.
Mm-hmm.
They are amazing, and some new product. I mean, there's so much stuff going on.
Auntie said they can't wait.
Some of it already is here, has started arriving. The guys have been working really hard. Michael has been really trying to get everything in the system for us so I could start showing it. But you know, with everybody being down, it's kind of hard. But we're on it. Okay, guess what? We are done cutting. We've cut everything that we need. So now we can ink this stuff up and adhere it and then start putting it together. And then comes the fun part of decorating. So I'm going to start inking all of this stuff up. What I'm going to do is come back this afternoon. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm going to come back this afternoon, and together we are going to put it together. How does that sound? So if you are around this afternoon, come on back so we can finish putting this beauty together. And that's it. It's as simple as that. I mean, it doesn't take but a couple of hours. Hey, Dawn. It doesn't take but a couple of hours
I'm happy to see you.
to put this together from beginning to end, as you can see. And that's with changing our mind and starting all over again and doing a whole lot of talking. Perfect. Thank you, Andre. Yeah, I have a meeting that I need to go to at 1 o'clock. Wait, is it 1? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I am so lost, guys. You guys have no idea. Like, I don't know where I'm standing, which is kind of scary because you guys already know I'm an airhead. So, an airhead times tenfold now. It's kind of scary.
She's happy to see you.
Oh, I'm happy to see you too. I missed you guys so much. I need to go where? Here. My reminders. Come on. Oh, actually, I could just go to my emails. Hang on, guys. Because I would have the link, wouldn't I? I have over 2,000 emails, guys. I am so sorry. I am going to get to them. Just be patient with me because, like I said, I can't even stand to look up at the screen without getting headaches. Where am I going? Here.
Mm-hmm.
No. Huh?
What?
1 second. Oh, maybe I'm missing something. Hang on 1 second. Or maybe there is no meeting. And if there's no meeting, that's okay.
Is there?
I don't know. I'm looking. Important reminder. Meetup. 1 o'clock. Yeah, I do have a meeting. Okay.
What?
So anywho, so I will go to that meeting at 1, and then when that's done, I'm gonna eat lunch probably. I don't feel like eating, which is such a good problem, right? Like I hope, no, that sounds terrible. I hope my sickness goes away, but I hope that my hunger does not return. How's that? That would be a great problem to have if I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah.
No, not you. Madison, you can't afford to lose any weight. But I'm going to try and, I don't know, maybe a soup or a smoothie or something. Because I know not eating is also not good for you. Because you need energy. But the way I figure is my body can probably feed off of itself for a month and it'd be okay. So.
And then you're gonna close your eyes and then not open them.
Yeah, that's true. You do have to eat. You get weak. But I can afford to be stranded in an island for a long time, Maxine. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I got plenty of reserves. She's doing good. She's doing good. Unfortunately, she's sick too. So, and I didn't give it to her. That wasn't me. It's just going around. So, day by day, you know how that is, right? And I am so sorry for you, Andre. I cannot imagine. And one of the things that I was talking to Kateri was, when I lost my father, people always tell you, it'll get better, yada, yada. And at first I was like, I didn't even want to hear it, honestly. I mean, I heard it, but I was like, that's insane. There's no way that this pain is ever going to go away. It hurt, like, to the point where it takes your breath away. You just feel like you can't even breathe. And when they say heartbroken, you use that and you throw it around a lot, but you don't really know how, like, it literally feels like your heart is breaking, like it's shattering. It hurts. Your heart physically hurts. And I was telling Kateri that I said, when people told me that, I thought they were insane, that there's no way that would ever go away or diminish. Has it gone away fully? No. Do I ever think it will go away forever? Of course not. But you can breathe and you can live day to day. And so, you have to go through those stages. Is it going? Kateri was telling me that she heard that there's another, and my mom was telling me the same thing, that there's a strain going around now. And that's not news. Like, I know it's like the flu. When influenza first came on board, right? Remember, it killed, like, I don't even know how many millions of people. People didn't know what it was, the Spanish influenza. It was just laying people out everywhere. It was maybe not as bad as the Black Plague, but it was up there. It's called FLIRT. What? The new strand? And COVID is here to stay, just like the influenza. It's not going. The flu is not going anywhere. It just keeps mutating. Well, guess what? COVID's not going anywhere. It's just here to stay, guys. It's going to be just like the flu. Every year, our bodies will create immunity, and then, it'll evolve, and then, we'll have to get it again next year. And it's just, that's it. It's a way of life. So I totally understand that it's going to happen. I just, it just stinks because you're like, nobody wants to be sick. I didn't know. Really, it's got a new name. Okay.
Yeah, the clones are always around.
Yeah, they're not going to go anywhere. They're here to stay, guys. We might as well just, learn to deal with it. I usually get sick once a year. Once a year, I catch one. And then, of course, I catch it because somebody in the family catches it. And then, of course, I'm mom. So mom has to take care of people. And then I catch it. And then it just, there you go. But I know I just have to get over it once a year. That's it. And the more my body learns to fight, the stronger it's going to get. And so I'm, I just deal with it. Do I enjoy it? No. But it's a way of life. I know it's just the way it is.
What I wanted to get. Oh yeah, I asked her yesterday. I said,
what?
I said, what you guys don't know what I asked her to do for bed yesterday.
What?
I said let's go to crafting in bed.
Oh, yeah. No. Madison's like, let's craft in bed. I'm like, no. So we decided to come down. But we were both feeling better if we were ready to craft, right? Mm-hmm. Madison's got a bunch of new Dina goodies. Oh my goodness, she loaded up.
I'm not sharing with any of you.
Don't make me laugh, silly girl. Did you all hear what she said? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cough on you. Did you hear what she said, guys? Oh my god, I hope you did. Although if you did, you probably busted out laughing. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. That was funny. Exactly. That is what she said. That's right, Dawn. She said, and I'm not sharing with any of you. Oh my gosh.
Kim says she's not sharing today.
She's not. So her and Dean are hysterical, right?
Please, Madison, what she says.
Her and Dina are a hoot. So I don't know if I told you this, but they're on I love you terms, right? So
what I did is I left my two friends.
Dina's walking down the hallway. Well, the night before, Madison was telling me, she goes, I love Dina. I'm going to tell her I love her. Is she going to think that I'm weird? I said, no, I don't think so, honey. If you want to tell her you love her, go ahead. So then she's like, I am. So then,
Deborah.
Hey, Deborah. So then the next morning, she is waiting for Dina, right? The next day. Because the first day, she did say hi and gave her a hug and all that stuff, but she was just thinking about it all night. And so she was waiting for her. And then here comes Dina down the hallway. I said, Madison, I said, there's Dina. She's like, good morning. And I said, what were you going to tell her? Weren't you going to say you love her? Yeah. She goes, I love you. And Dina goes, I love you too. And then they were like hugging and stuff. Oh my God. And then Dina's like, I got to give you one of my cards that I just made. And so she autographed it for Madison, and they're like hugging. And I mean, these two are, they're hysterical. I love you, she goes. But with this passion, she's so funny.
Deborah says my cherry is tearing.
I know, right? And it's funny because the first picture, oh, hang on, let me see. It's on my phone.
It never hurts to say something nice.
It doesn't. I know, but she's like, she gets shy because she's like, is she going to think that I'm weird, that I'm telling a stranger I love you? And I'm like, I don't think she will. Dina's super chillax and cool, And so she goes, I love you. But the first
picture
day, hang on. Let's see if I find the picture.
It's so sweet nonsense.
Dina came in class and said, I'm going to be in trouble. And Dina goes, why? I said, because Madison's in the hotel room. And she's like, oh no. I said, I know. She's not doing the class. I said, no, not this time. And she's like, oh no. I said, okay, let me send her a picture at least. And so I told Dina, I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in so much trouble because Madison's going to be like, here I am, with Dina, and she's blowing Madison kisses, right? And I'm like, sorry. See my hand? I'm like, sorry, And so, yeah, we were cracking up. Oh my gosh, look at Dina's foot. I just realized she's so stinking adorable. Hang on. Look at her foot. I just love her. So then the next day, hang on, let me see if I can find the picture. I was going to put it in the group, but again, I haven't been able. I have so many pictures I want to put up for you guys, but I haven't. And then the next day, like I said, the next morning, she was waiting for Dina, so they finally got a beautiful picture together. And Dina looks amazing. She's lost so much weight. I forgot to ask her how she's done it. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks beautiful. So it was funny. I was like, she's like, oh, you're in trouble. I'm like, I know. They crack me up, those two.
Probably because she's not eating as much as she used to.
I don't know what she's done, but she looks amazing. I was like, oh my God, you've lost so much weight. She's like, I know. I forgot to, and then we got to talking about other stuff and yaka yaka, right? And I forgot to ask her how she's done it. Because she looks like, wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. I mean, she's pretty to begin with, but she looks really pretty.
She got her
beautiful.
Full of paint too.
I love it. Dina's brushes and paintbrush. Oh my gosh, wait till you guys see the Dina class.
Yeah,
it is awesome. It's different. It's Dina, but very different. Like very contained, very
different.
I don't know if I want to say what's the word, elegant, fine art. I don't know how to describe it. Very contained. How's that? Very not subdued, because it's still got plenty of beauty and color and mixed media, but it's definitely very elegant, elevated.
Mom told me over to see Nina. and I had to get up to the floor for playing with my friends.
Yeah, Madison was hanging out with her friends. And then she saw Dean and came running.
I jumped up.
You did.
My friends probably thought why I was crazy not hanging out with them much.
Right. Oh, I hear thunder rolling.
I don't hear it.
I do. Okay, so if you have one of these boxes, go ahead and get it out. If you want to catch up to me, then just cut your papers. You can replay back this video for the measurements, or you can just do it yourself. It's super easy. Also, you can look at the different configurations and ideas that I'd shown in at the beginning, some of the samples of the ones that I have. If you do not have one, of course, and you would like one, I'm pretty sure they're listed on the store. If somebody can check out the store and let me know if they see them, and if not, then I can make sure that they are put up there. The same thing with the paper line. This is a beautiful line for creating all kinds of projects. And so if you're interested in that, I do know that it is, I'm like 99.9% sure that it is discontinued, and that we only have obviously a limited supply in stock. And when those are gone, they're gone. Obviously, they're not coming back ever. So if you're interested in one of the paper pads, then you could go ahead and go and check that out, add it to your cart, check out, and of course we can combine it with your other purchases from any of the stores or the live sales. And what else? And we'll be back this afternoon. Make sure you ink up your papers, have them ready. We'll come back this afternoon and finish.
Make sure they're cut to size.
Finish inking them up. This is what we've got so far. We've got all of the panels here. We've got all of the panels in there. I think I didn't cut the bottom panel, right? We've got all of the panels in here. I don't think I'm going to do the inside of the boxes with paper because, again, if we're going to be putting scissors and all that stuff, probably not. As I had mentioned, if you want to go around and paint your boxes, you can. If you do not want to paint them, you can also come in and just, distress them. And once you add your panels, see, your edges will be distressed. And the same thing here on the inside. You can do a little bit of distressing, just go around. And then when we come back, we will adhere them and decorate them. And we'll be done. That's it. I mean, it's as simple as that to create a beautiful desk organizer. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me before I go? I've got 5 minutes to go warm up my tea again. Get another cough drop. Go to the meeting.
I'll be back.
And then come back, after lunch.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think I'll have some mushroom soup. That sounds good. What do you guys think?
Thank you, Aunt Princess.
Oh, thank you. And again, I don't know what time. I'm guessing the meeting might be 2 hours. So again, everybody can just kind of prep their stuff, get their lunch, and then I'll meet you back here. So I will set up an event probably for around like 4 o'clock, because it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll probably set up in around 4 o'clock. How does that sound, guys? And then we can continue hanging out together and finish crafting and
talking.
Yeah. Sound good?
Sound good.
All right. I will see you all then. Get your stuff ready. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.